No. Yes, we're here. We're live. We're here. Had some technical difficulties, but we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here, people. We are here. We are here. So today, listen. Today you don't want to miss this because this conversation right here is going to explode whatever you're doing, whatever project you're working on, whether it's your business, whether it's a creative project. I don't care what it is. Something you're working on after this live is going to move you forward. You know why? Because the magic is within you and it's just going to start pouring out. And if indecision is keeping you tied up, this live right here is about to set you free, right? So let's go. Let's go. And I'm just going to check one thing before I start, just to make sure. You know how technology can be, people. You know how technology can be. Just want to double check. Yeah. Yes, okay, we're good. So, Today we are talking about don't let indecision leave your masterpiece in the graveyard of unbelief. I'm going to say it again. Don't let indecision leave your masterpiece in the graveyard of unbelief. Indecision is the fastest way to stop yourself from succeeding. It's also a form of sabotage, right? We all know this. We know this. You know this. I know this. Indecision is when you have a lack of firmness around your purpose. Tell me right now, if you feel like I'm speaking to you in this moment, when you say to yourself, hey, how much firmness around my purpose do I have? How much firmness do I have? How much courage do I have? How much do I have? Somebody said to me, today, I'm not meeting many people with oomph. How much oomph do you have with your purpose right now? If you have no oomph, or if your oomph is a bit is a little flat, right? Then there's something going on with your decision making. There's something going on with your decision making. Like when you search your own heart, you can feel where you are not being firm with your purpose, where your yes should be a no and where your no should be a yes. Put it in the chat right now if there's been times in a few days with the things that you're working on and you knew it should have been a no. You knew you should have said no, and you should have been firm in your no because it didn't align with what you're working on right now. It didn't align with where you're going. Or you knew you should have said yes. You should have said yes, but you didn't say yes because you just weren't sure. You weren't sure and you were overthinking it. And overthinking it, the opportunity has passed you by. In the last couple of days, if that's happened to you, this message is on time and it's for you. Like, let's just be honest. Can we be honest in this conversation? You guys know me by now. Let's be honest. It will set you free. Okay, it will set you free. Like, let's just keep it real, keep it 100. I remember the biggest case of indecision I dealt with was deciding what type of coach I wanted to be. For ages, for a long time, I really wasn't firm. I wasn't solid. I was actually double-minded. One minute I would be like, oh, I'm an artistic coach. Next minute I would be, no. No, with all the experiences that I've had and so much success in business and sales I've had, I'm a business coach. And then the next minute I would be, no, I'm a spiritual coach because no, I just love spirituality. Right? Tell me if you've been there. Put it in the chat if you've been there, right? That double-mindedness where you're just unsure and you're so unsure. And it's like one minute you just feel like, yes, I'm supposed to be doing this. And the next minute, like, oh, maybe I'm supposed to be doing that. And you're just not firm in your purpose. You're not firm. And let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Because sometimes we can have this knowing of what we're supposed to do, but our mind is so focused on what we think will work. Okay. When your mind is focused on what you think will work and it's fighting and resisting against what you know you should be doing. Those are two different energies that are going to fight against each other. But this is the thing, when it comes to your life being a masterpiece, I'm talking to the pioneers right now. I'm talking to the spiritual beings that totally understand that they're here to create something different, something special, something organic, something that is not really like the norm. Well, if you're creating something that's not like the norm, there's no way you should be following the path of this makes sense, because what you've been called to do doesn't feel like it makes sense anyway. So keep going down that track. So what's the point? Well, the point is, how do we break free from this? Like, how do we make sure that our masterpiece, our dreams, our goals do not end up in a graveyard of almost? How many of you know a person that has a dream? You had a friend, you had a family member that has a dream, and look, their dreams have gone to sleep, baby. Like they gave up, they've let go, they've checked out, life has just broken them down, and you've seen them, and they had so much energy, they had so much vitality for what they wanted, and you've seen them just burn out and just give up, and they're just checked out. Well, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person. You want to be one of the ones that make it through. You want to be the one. Say, yes, I am one of the ones that are going to make it through. Say, yes, I am one of the ones that's going to succeed, because I'm about to be firm in my decision making. I am about to be firm in my purpose. Say yes, right? That I'm chosen to be one of the ones. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that you're chosen to be one of the ones. Well, being chosen to be one of the ones, it comes with responsibility, right? But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So in order to break free from this matrix of indecision, this matrix of indecision, this matrix of double-mindedness, to break free from it, there's something clear that has to be done. And this is something that helped me. It really helped me, and it really set me free on my path. And I just want to share this with you. And it's one simple rule. It's one simple rule. I'm not coming to you with a masterclass today to give you 10 tips for this, 10 to that. I like to give succinct answers that you can take it and you can run with it right away. You can run with it and you can take it right away. You could do something about it. Okay. So you have to have a North Star. I'm going to say it again. You have to have a North Star. How many of you listening to this right now actually have a North Star? What's a North Star, Jacinta? A North Star it's a set of standards that guide you through uncertainty. See, if you don't have any standards that are guiding you through uncertainty, how are you going to know what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, if you haven't set those standards? See, your North Star is like the bright light in the sky that guides us home. It's like the light that's guiding, you know, the story of the star that guided the 3 wise men. I want you to think about your North Star being like that same light that guided the 3 wise men, right? When they were bringing the gifts of frankincense and myrrh to the child Christ, right? I want you to think about it in terms of that. That's your North Star. Now, most of us consciously don't have a North Star. We don't, because we haven't set the standards. We actually haven't made it clear to ourselves what those standards are. We haven't. We go with what life has given us. And if life has given us crumbs, we go with the crumbs. Why? Because we say to ourselves, well, that's all there is to accept, because life's given me crumbs, so that's what life is. No, life is an opportunity for you to create your own masterpiece, and creating your own masterpiece means you can create whatever you like. You can take the crumbs, right, Or you could leave the crumbs and say, baby, universe, I demand better. I don't want these crumbs. Just because I was raised in this situation, just because I was born in this situation, just because I'm in this place right now in my life, I don't want these crumbs. I don't want these crumbs. I have a better standard for myself and for my life, right? And all of that is energy, people. All of these are principles on energy and energetics. And when we truly come to understand these things, our life changes forever. Okay? So think of indecision as the darkness you would find in the jungle. Imagine the jungle, right? Somewhere in the deepest rainforest you can think of right now, maybe Brazil, okay? And in that rainforest, it's just pitch black. There are no city lights. There's no light pollution at all. It is just pitch black. Now imagine you're in that jungle, you're in that rainforest, and it's pitch black. And now you need to find your way out of the rainforest, out of the jungle. And the only light you can see is that star shining bright in the midnight sky. In that pitch black sky, the only light that comes through is that star. Those are your values. Those are your values. Those are your standards. That's what they are. So I learned a long time ago that we don't get what we want. Because I used to think, oh, if I say that I want this and I say that I desire this, it's just going to come to me. Yes, it's coming. No, we do not get what we want. We receive what we expect. Say it for me. Say it for me. I receive what I expect. Say it one more time. I receive what I expect. So ask yourself, what am I expecting in my life right now? And does what I expect in my life, right, does that align with what I said I wanted? And if it doesn't, where's the gap? Where's the gap? This is what I want, but this is what I expect. And the gap, if the gap is huge, your standards will shorten that gap and bring them closer together. We gain access to our standards. Now, if you have low standards for yourself, that's what you will invite into your life. Okay? If you have low standards, you will keep inviting that into your life if you have low standards. But if you set yourself apart and say, hold on a minute, baby, my standards, And see, sometimes a lot of the time our standards come from how we see ourselves, how we view ourselves, how we see ourselves. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Are you the martyr? Now, let's keep it real. Let's be real. Are you the martyr? Are you the freaking martyr that goes, oh, it's okay. Everybody else can go first. I'll take one for the team. If that's you, that day and time is over. Get up, arise, stand up now. Those days are over. That loop, that circuit is done. I'm here to tell you it's broken. If that's a spell, we break it right now. Get rid of martyrdom. Raise your standards. You deserve more. And I'm not saying more from a greedy place. I'm saying more from a place of contentment, being content, understanding that who you are aligns with who the universe says you are. Because when you truly start to understand that, oh my God, I am a part of the essence and the fabric of the universe, of course, all things are available to me. Of course, the standards are high because nature, the standards are high for creation, and I'm a part of that creation. Put it in the chat and say if you believe you're a part of this creation, and so therefore your standards should be actually set a little higher. Put it in the chat right now. You can tell, guys, I'm on fire. I'm on fire today. And listen, whoever's watching this and listening to this, I hope you catch this fire, because this fire is going to be like a little ember in your life. It's going to be a little ember in your life, and it's going to grow into a big current, a big fire, and it's going to go ablaze. It's going to go ablaze in your life in a powerful way, because you know why? Because you deserve more, because it's time to actually accept and allow the abundance that you've been asking for. Stop asking for it. Expect it. Act like it's happening now. Behave like you know it. But it all comes from your standards. Right? Right? Our standards. Our standards. So why are standards important? Well, I want you to think about it as a masterpiece. Now, what is a masterpiece? What is a masterpiece? Well, definition of a masterpiece is this: a work of outstanding artistry, skill, or workmanship. And when I think about a masterpiece, I actually think about the Mona Lisa. Oh, I wish I could share my screen right now, because I would put it on the screen right now so you could see it. But if you've got access to the internet right now, your phone, go and look at what the Mona Lisa looks like. Type it in and Google it right now and just have a look at what the Mona Lisa looks like. And let's use the Mona Lisa as our example of a masterpiece. Now, the Mona Lisa, right, was created by Leonardo da Vinci. It is one of the world's most famous paintings ever. Now listen to this. Its current value in 2023 is $1 billion US dollars. This masterpiece is current value, right, is $1 billion. I am seeing you guys in the chat. I will talk to you in just 1 second, but you know what, I just don't want to lose my train of thought, but I'm with you guys, and I like what you guys said. I really love what you guys are saying. So it's $1 billion US dollars. Now, Leonardo started working on the Mona Lisa in 1503. Now, catch this. I thought this was really significant. And continued to work on the masterpiece in 1517. Started it in 1503 and continued perfecting it in 1517. That's a 14-year process. 14-year process. And some of us are crying like, oh my God, how long does mastery take? Mastery come right now. But we're talking about a work of art that the world says it's worth 1 billion now. But that was a 14-year process. What does that tell us? What does it inform us, right? I just get goosebumps. So what do you think Leonardo da Vinci's standards were? Like, think about it. What do you think Leonardo's standards were when it came to completing that masterpiece? He already did it in 1503, but he went back to revisit in 1517. Why? Because he was about mastery. Yes, his standards were very high, because he was trying to go to a place of what? Transcendence with what he was doing. And having that level of standards, it now set a tone for value of today. Imagine creating something, right? Imagine creating something now, and in 50 years time, whether you're here or not, it then has the value of like 100x of whatever you spent to create it today. Think about that. Think about that, right? Value. Think about that. He knew he could do it better. So I want to ask you this. The masterpiece that you're creating for your life, Where are your standards with it? Do you actually think you could do something a little better? But not better from a place of competition, not better from the place of beating anybody else, not that consciousness, but the consciousness of transcendence. That you're creating something that is just transcending. It's transcending beyond space and time. It's transcending the now. You creating something that's going to impact the lives of generations to come. What kind of standards do you think that takes? Right? Right? We say we want to be of service, but what standards does it really take to have that kind of legacy, to have that kind of impact? It makes you think about standards in a completely different way with your approach. So when you look at your life, right, and you say, my life is a masterpiece, how much mastery, beloved, are you putting into it? Where are your standards at? See, when this is in alignment, the indecision will fall away. Your indecision will fall away. That double-mindedness will fall away. When you're clear on what your North Star is, it will fall away. There will be no dancing between should I not, should I not. When you're clear with your North Star, and being clear with your North Star is being clear with your values. It's really being very clear with your values, and your values must align with who you truly are. It can't align with a fake version of yourself. It must align with the version you're either growing into or the version that you're saying, yeah, this is me. This is what I proclaim, right? But that's what it takes. That's what it takes. Because always remember this, your North Star is guiding you back home. So indecision is taking you outside of the house and walking you down the street. Indecision is not home. But your North Star, which are your values, are home, safety, being in your house, you're secure. And those are the feelings I want you to feel when you feel like, oh, I'm not deciding right now. Oh, I'm buckling under the pressure. Like I'm not deciding. I feel like I'm just going back and forth, Ask yourself, does this feel like home? No? Okay, then ask yourself, where's my North Star? Just ask yourself, where's my North Star? What's my value? What's my value? And if you're creating a business or a project, just understand, what are my values? Where are my yeses? Where are my nos? Where are my non-negotiables? See, the problem is some of us don't have a high enough self-esteem to have non-negotiables because we people please too much. When we're in the spirit of people pleasing, which sometimes comes like shape shifting, because we want everybody to like us, and we're under this illusion that the more people like us, the more people will work with us, the more people will buy our product, the more people will buy our services if people just like me, right? But how can people truly like you if you're people pleasing? How can people truly like you or have an opportunity to like you if you're not showing who you are? If you're hiding behind the veil of be nice, because nice is safe. Well, nice will keep you broke. Nice will keep you broke. Nice is not the energy of a higher vibration. And see, sometimes we play it like that because we're afraid. We're afraid of, well, if I'm my true self, then some people will really dislike me because I have some views that are controversial, right? And some people won't like that. Well, do you know what? In this day and time, you have to start to just stand on, what do I call it? It's this expression, go and die on that hill, right? Whatever hill you're standing on, go die on it, if that's what you believe. But if you don't put yourself and your real self out there, then how can people really get to know you? And then if you start selling something or you start sharing a project based not on your authentic self, but based on an illusion of yourself, what do you think happens then? You become trapped within this matrix of lies. And yes, you may be getting some money in, but will it feel good? No, it won't feel good. And you're creating a masterpiece. That's the difference. We're not trying to be average here. We're creating something special. We're creators that create something special. We're creators that are creating something out of the it's extraordinary, the things that we're creating, because the things that we're creating is to really impact the lives of other people and to be deeply of service to humanity. That's a whole nother level. You can't play nice. And try to do that. Now, am I saying don't be kind? No, you can be kind, but kind and nice are two different things. Kind and nice are two different things. Kindness is really an action. You can be charitable, that's kindness. You can be helpful, that's kindness. But niceness is just being agreeable. It's being compliant. Ask yourself right now in your heart, where am I being compliant? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Just raise your hand with me if you're being compliant. If you're just being a little compliant in your world right now. If you're just being a little compliant and you're playing it safe because you're like, if I just play it safe, then, this will work out for me. But playing it safe is keeping you trapped in a level of indecision because you've not decided to be yourself. You have not decided to be yourself, and you've not decided to reveal yourself. And if everything is energy, what kind of energy do you think that is when you decide not to reveal yourself? That's an energy of uncertainty. That's an energy of unworthiness. What kind of energy do you think that is? Right? So then we say, oh, but where's my abundance? It should be here now. Where's my next level? But how can your next level get to you if your standards are still low? How can your next level get to you if you're not meeting the level of the vibration of where the standards are at? Huh? Right? The next level is calling a different level of standards for you. Why? Because it's an invitation to a different vibration. It is an invitation to a different vibration. And so before we go, I just want to leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with this, right? And the next time you find yourself trapped in the matrix of indecision and you're in the matrix of sabotaging yourself, you were just about to go, you were just about to move forward, you were just about to, do your thing, you were just about to do it, you were just about to take that next step, you were just about to make that post, you were just about to have that conversation, you were just about to believe, right? The next time you are just about to and you don't actually take that step, I want you to remember these things. Okay? North Star. North Star is finding my way home. When you're in indecision, you're not at home. So your North Star is going to help you find your way home. How do I do this, Jacinta? Well, determine how you think about yourself and be real. Don't lie. Be honest. The best place where you can be honest about yourself is in a diary, is in a journal. Let it come out all over the pages and tell that truth. Tell that truth in such a potent way where you will feel no shame because it's in a book, okay? Now, after you determine how you think about yourself, the next step is to determine how you truly think about where you are going. See, sometimes where we are going is where we think we should go. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes where we're going is where we think we should go. It's not really where we want to be. Oh, okay. Everybody on the internet says they want to be a millionaire. So I must say I want to be a millionaire, even though inside my heart, I don't really want to be a millionaire. I just want to be financially free. right? I just want to be financially free so that I don't have to think about money ever again. Well, that's a completely different thing. So be really clear with how you truly think about where you are going. The next thing is to determine what it will take to get there from you in terms of your mindset. We can have a goal all day, we can have an intention all day, but if our mindset is not supporting that decision, then it keeps us in indecision. So, how can you get your mindset to support where you said you want to go? So, if consistency is hard for you, if it's hard, if you find the consistency really hard and you just want to jump in and jump out and jump in and understand what the next level in your mindset needs to be. Because maybe the thing you're trying to be consistent in, you have no devotion to it. You have no real deep love to it, because anything we deeply, truly love, we are completely devoted to it. We completely adore it. So if you're not in adoration of the thing that you're trying to do or the project you're trying to produce, then maybe stop doing that project. Maybe stop doing that thing and find the thing that you are deeply connected to on a different type of level. Okay? Now, the last thing is set up an environment to actually help you win. Some of us are in environments that are not supporting us. It's like we're beating our heads against the wall. Like, I have all of these dreams. I have this masterpiece that I want to create for my life. And nobody around me gets it. Nobody around me understands what I'm trying to do. And if they just understood and supported me, they would understand that this would benefit them too. Put a one in the chat if you feel me, if you've been there, if you know what that feels like, if that is your story right now, like having the right support, right? It's hard. Well, you need to set up the environment to help you win. And if you don't have that environment, how can you create it? Do you need to be a part of specific communities online to support your vibration? Right? Do you need to set up a meetup in your local town? Maybe if you don't have an environment to go to, maybe you're the person that's supposed to set it up. Maybe you're supposed to be the first one in your town that sets it up, and it attracts the other people that are like you, that want to find people like you. Sometimes we just say to ourselves, oh man, it's just not out there. It's just not out there. It's not happening. Well, if it's not out there, you're supposed to create it. You're a leader. A leader. Lead. Stop waiting for everything just to fall into your lap. You are a creator. The universe put you here to create. So be the leader that you are and go and create the things that you desire. So if you need more support and you want community, go set that community up. Go and create it. You can create it online. You can go and create it in your neighborhood, in your town. You can create it wherever you are. Just go and do it. And having that supportive community will keep you in the environment of where you want to be. It will keep you in the environment of where you're going. And it would be such a beautiful, nurturing ground for your mind. It will nurture your mind, and it'll help you to stay in the energetics of belief. There's so many times where we go in and out of belief, and we're in the energy of belief, then we're not in the energy of belief, then we're in the energy of belief, and then we're not in the energy of belief because doubt comes in, and then we're not, because we don't have a supportive environment to help us on those days where it's challenging. And that's why I'm realizing in my community, I'm attracting people that are going where I'm going, right? I'm attracting the people that are going where I'm going. And I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love to see people grow. I love to see people win. I love to see people bring that abundance in. I love to see people actually realize that their possibility is so real. It's not fake, it's real. It's realer than real. Right? But it's about having a community and nurturing that community. So guys, I'll say to you now, keep, if you're in this group with me, keep being one of the ones to nurture in this group, to help you post in the group. Like, we will support you. Let's get deeper into the work and raise our standards. I'm gonna end it there because I could keep going probably for another 20 minutes. You guys know how I am when I get talking. But let me know right now if this conversation and this live helped you in any way. Let me know in the chat. Did this conversation help you? And what's something you are going to action right now? What are you going to walk away and do from this live? How are you going to put it into your life? How are you going to put it into your life? What are you going to take away? I want to know. And also, share this live with a friend. Share this live with a friend or a loved one that really needs to hear this message. If you know people that need to hear this message and they're of the same vibration and they're struggling, send this live to them. And if they're not in this group, for them to listen to that live, invite them into the group, guys. Let's start growing. Let's help each other grow. Stay blessed, stay lifted up, and I'll see you soon.